Hey guys, how you doing? Sorry for the delay. I was just taking care of some things here very quickly, but we're now here, so we can have a discussion. I want to say thank you to everyone that has been following, has been watching the videos, the sideshow video, and of course the one we did this morning, which was this noon morning for a lot of people in the other part of the country. Thank you. Thank you for their support. On this live stream today, where we're going to talk about a couple companies. We're not going to go extensive because there's so many companies at San Diego Comic-Con, so it's hard to really be on track with everyone. But we will gonna continue on. We'll have two streams tomorrow. We'll have one at noon again. And then, of course, we're going to have one at 9. But today, right now, in this one, we're going to cover Pop Culture Shock Collectibles, Hollywood Collectibles Group, CoolProps, Blitzway and Chronicle Collectibles. These are big companies. Pop Culture Shock, of course, has been through a lot of stuff lately. Not so, I would say, so good of a stuff, because a lot of things that have happened with the company, of course, it changed hands from Macaluso. Jerry Macaluso is no longer the owner, so now they have only ownership. You know that there's a lot of drama going on with that, but thankfully, the company is still pushing stuff. There's still, the new owners are trying to come up with stuff. They have some stuff there to showcase. They didn't have the full lineup of things. Hollywood Collectibles Group also brought some stuff. I think they had their own separate booth, or they were under, I think we'll explore that. CoolProps is the one that is actually, it has a partnership with Sideshow, so they had it at their booth. They had some stuff there. Blitzway also have a partnership, so they have some stuff there. Chronicle Collectibles had their own booth, and so we're gonna go through all of that. So I want to go into this. We're gonna start, of course, from the beginning. So let's start with Pop Culture Collectibles, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to this page, as I'm going using ToyArk as a reference, because I think they're the best website where you can get all the pictures, all the information that you need. You can go to others, you can use the forums, you can use Facebook. Everything is so disorganized there. It's not even funny trying to find the information that you need. Even at the forums right now, it's not the best way. So I come to this website, and let's gonna do Pop Culture Shock on the whole list. They have a whole list of things. I might have the link for you. And we're going to look at all the pictures. We're gonna start with them first. Sorry, I was running a little bit. So a little out of breath yet. Man, out of shape. But here you got, this is the first picture. You have the Gamerverse. You have the Spider-Man 1/3 scale statue. This is a prototype. It says right there, it says pending approval. But as you can see, this is a 1/3. Looks very neat. Very neat. This is based, of course, on the Spider-Man from the video game, the PS4 video game. Looking really nice. I like this. There is something that I don't know where this came from. This little statue. I don't know if there was a collectible edition for something. I don't know. I think it's vinyl. I'm not so sure. But this piece, when you compare it, the size is huge. And of course, you can see Megatron in the back. I really don't know who is sculpting this, but it really looks very, very neat. I think Pop Culture Shock, they're still pushing new stuff. They're trying new things besides the Street Fighter stuff they have done for years. And you look at that. It's just a prototype, not painted yet, but the dimensions, it seems that 1/3 is becoming very popular. I do like this different base, of course, based on the game, but because sometimes with with Spider-Man, all the bases are kind of like played out. It's all the time it's a rooftop or something like that. Closer. So everything's kind of repetitive. This is different. Sometimes a Venom, but this is not Venom. But it's just different, and I like the difference. The little style that is a bit different, as you can see. Pretty cool right there. So different angles, very nice. This angle right here. The only thing I could say, perhaps I would feel that the spider web is a bit thin. that needs to be a bit thicker. Maybe just the angle, but it looks a bit thin there. But of course, just based on the game, still looks a bit thin. You can see in the back, they took a lot of pictures from this for this piece. And that back right there. Now, this is a Devastator versus Dinobots fine art print. It's a pre-order, hand signed by artist Emiliano Santalucia, which is actually, he's very well known. He's an Italian artist. He has done a lot of stuff, commercial stuff for the Transformers, the G.I. Joe. He has done stuff for comics as well. He's doing this art print. There's only 150 pieces. And I went to the website, and it is, I think, it is $100, which is not, I would say, not a bad price for this print. It's printed 100% cotton, acid-free, made Muso 280 GSM, which seems like it's not bad for those that like those prints. And of course, a lot of people are happy for this Megatron. Of course, you know, Pop Culture Shock has been doing this in this case the Transformers line. Well, that's something new that is coming. Hopefully, people can get to see it in time, because this is the problem has always been with Pop Culture Shock. It's hopefully now with this new owners, they're really addressing all those issues. We can get to see them, producing this stuff in a timely manner. At least just releasing this stuff. It says a museum scale statue, very nice. You can see the Megatron, type of base. And this is another thing that I'm really like. I think this is the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles pieces. I think that's pretty cool. They're pretty neat. They have the Donatello, $4.99. These are on pre-order now. You can go to the website. Let me show you the website. Maybe we can, well, we'll go in a moment. But here you can see, very nice. I think that's that. I like that Donatello. Looking good there. They don't have a Leonardo yet, but I like the style, the very cartoony style. Then you have Michelangelo. Michelangelo, of course, always, being silly, has a pizza in his hands. I like the sculpt. I like the design. This is different than that we have seen before. This is more like quirky and more the cartoon style, which is cool. Sometimes you just want something that is different. You don't want always the same thing, And of course, you can see Leonardo as always being the tough guy, So they representing the characters and their style and the quirkiness. You can see, in this case, Michelangelo being a bit silly. Leonardo being tough, and Donatello being dorky. So I think that's pretty cool. $4.99. This is not a bad price. Let me try to see if I can go to the Pop Culture Shock website and let me see what they have. Licensed Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Okay, so they have the exclusives right here. Let's see what is the exclusive for. I'm gonna use Raphael. $4.99. X. I don't know what's the difference. Something is different. Perhaps it's I think a switch out thing. They always do. In any case, let's go back to that. Definitely. They didn't have much stuff, If you go to Pop Culture Shock page, they have a lot of stuff there, but they didn't have as much stuff, at least on this booth. I think they're just trying to clean house, trying to get the orders done. There are a lot of pre-orders. If you go to in this case, to the website of Sideshow, because they do distribute a lot of stuff for them. If you go to Sideshow website, you're going to notice a lot of stuff there. They have a lot of Street Fighter Star, a lot of stuff that has been sold, stuff that's still on wait lists, or stuff that is coming out, or stuff that is still on pre-order. So definitely a lot of Street Fighter stuff, Mortal Kombat stuff, Power Rangers stuff. As you can see, they still have a Sky Warp for Transformers still on pre-order. They've been waiting for quite some time. So they, this is the thing, still Battle Cat is still on pre-order. It's been in pre-order for a long time. So of course people are upset, and hopefully with this new owners, like Starscream right there, I think it's already out, or I think they have some for sale. I don't know. It's just a lot of people, there's really dissatisfied. And I can tell you one thing. I own Pop Culture Shock statues in the past. And I can tell you one thing. I love Pop Culture Shock stuff. I love their quality, their final product. I never was a fan when I was collecting their stuff of their time frame. And I know a lot of people are not fans of that. So it is just sad. It's just something that has happened for a long time. And I'm not sure if that was the fault. I cannot say if it was Macalusa's fault. I think it just, like many people, Jerry's a great art director. He is fantastic, but I don't know if he is a good businessman. And I'm not trying to denigrate him because I think he's a cool guy. But sometimes, you need somebody that kind of manage those areas, the business side, kind of like what happened with Bowen. Randy Bowen was a fantastic art director. People say that all the time, but he was not, I would say, the best businessman. That was his wife. And of course, after the divorce, the separation that he went through, of course, things didn't pan out. And of course, up to Randy still not doing anything for the time being. So I don't know this Spider-Man where it comes from. It looks like it's vinyl. It looks plasticky. I don't know if this came with the game or something. I know this is something different. But in any case, for those that like that kind of stuff, I don't know. It looks a bit plasticky, but it's kind of cool, I would say, for some. Not for me. So this was what they have. No, actually, this is just part of what they have. Let me go to another section here. They have it right there, where they have other things that some people might not like as much, but it's pretty cool. And this is the stuff that they also have for The Rock. And this is cool. I love The Rock. I love that he's a great actor for me. He's not, I would say, oh my God, a great super actor that can make you cry or whatever. No, but he's just an action actor. He's a, he's a tough actor. He does the tough jobs. He's kind of quirky, cool. He is like the Schwarzenegger when I was a kid, or Sylvester Stallone. He's that modern action hero. So. But this, I like this piece because it actually has interchangeable parts. You have the modern Rock, and you have the classic or the old Rock, and we're gonna explore that in a moment. Of course, this is for Allura from Street Fighter. That girl's thick. I'm telling you, she has some curves. Even that little kid, that kid is drooling right there. It's funny. Man, that girl is thick. But it's very cool. It's cool. I don't know. What I like is that they still going with the Pop Culture Shock stuff. And this is going to be $440 according to the website. On the Pop Culture Shop website, I think you can. It's not yet on the Sideshow side. But, man, she looks great. I like this picture, the angle of the face. The paint job was done well. It really resembles the character on the video game, on the new video game. Here's another picture of The Rock on a different angle. Love. We went too fast. Love that. You can see the pores. You can see the color. Of course, the lighting does work a lot. It does help a lot. But, man, that looks great. It is a great job. And look at this one. This is just the interchangeable torso with the head and arms and all that. That's a big piece. You're technically getting two statues in one. Look at that, the expression. And again, you can see the pores. You can see the skin. Man, they do a fantastic job nowadays with translating all the digital stuff to this 3D form. Fantastic. And the paint job. Man, whoever did that paint job, I don't know, but I'll find out. Did a fantastic job. Look at the base. As The Rock has a ring base. Another great shot right there. Even this kid right there is like on third heaven. Probably he lost it right there because you're looking at him. It's like, yeah, that looks realistic. He looks realistic. And of course, this is Karine. That's the name for Street Fighter. Also, this is part of the you can actually, you play the game, those who play the game, I played the game, you can actually have the DLC for this customs, like the bikini customs. So they're taking inspiration on that. I think those came out last year, that DLC. She looks cool. They did a pretty good job, actually, with the likeness, the paint job. It's been done well. Definitely, we're going back to it. So I can tell you one thing, Pop Culture Shock right now, they are really doing it. They definitely are pushing a lot of stuff. Now, the thing is this. The problem has been, in this case, of course, the delivery time. And that's one of the reasons why a lot of people are so dissatisfied and upset with Pop Culture Shock. And a lot of people have walked away from Pop Culture Shock. I hope that this company continues to produce good stuff. They have done it for years, slowly but surely. And now with a new owner, a new company. And right now there is some legal lawsuits and stuff going on between Jerry and the new owners. The new owners are suing Jerry Macaluso for stuff that they say that he misrepresented some of the numbers in the company. I think they thought the company would be bigger than what it was, and they pay more than what actually the company is worth, according to them. So it's just legal mumbo jumbo. But that doesn't, and I know a lot of people get upset about that and they walk away from things, but doesn't mean that people have been robbed. That's something that I would say. I don't think people have been robbed. Of course, sometimes in this collectible world, sometimes things takes forever, more than that the norm. And I know a lot of people don't like that. A lot of people don't like to wait, which I don't blame people for not wanting to wait. It's just something that happens, like it's part of what we're doing. It's part of the reality, of collectibles. But that has been, and it's been changing in pretty much recent years. It's been changing. It's getting things are getting faster. The release times and all that stuff, and companies are getting on top of things. So you are pre-ordering and you get this up, but still there is a wait that you have to do. Those are not toys that you buy at your local Target. These are collectibles. Pretty much. You put a lot of money on it, so there's a lot of detail on it. There's our one-of-a-kind pieces, and it's still, although some companies are going into the big route, still, big edition sizes, still, there is a time limit on things, and then we have to kind of wait. That's my 2 cents according to that. Now let's move to the next company. I want to talk about Hollywood. Collectible Group, which is a small company, but they primarily do a lot of props, and definitely some of those props are amazing. And I'm going to let me show you right here. And again, if you're watching this, just say hello, leave a like, leave a comment or whatever. This video is going to be uploaded later on, so you're going to be able to access it later on. So, it's going to be on my channel for life technically. But let me go back to Toy Arc, and we're going to go to, let's see if we can go back to that. Going back to the list. So it's going to do Hollywood Collectibles. If I can, I saw it earlier. And that's the one we're going to use right there. Hollywood Collectible, Aliens, Horror, Ghostbusters, and more. I can tell you one thing. This is a perfect place to go and look at pictures. Now, in Toy Arc, they have a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff there that it's pretty cool. You have here, let's see. Let's go. Of course, let's move first to the first picture so we can see exactly what it is. They got the Aliens, the Pulse Rifle, which is coming soon. I saw them on the website. We're going to go to the website in a moment. I'll show you some of the things there. This is a Pulse Rifle. They have produced a lot of Pulse Rifles, different variations. And those are between like $599, $600. So I would assume that you're looking at the same price here. These are real props, one of the best replicas in the market when it comes about stuff like that. Very limited, in numbers. Very cool. Let me show you. Let me go to the website. Let me see if we can see some of the stuff there. I don't know if we can see it. Okay, here's the. Looking, you can see the Pulse Rifle right here. You have the The weather one is $5.99. The $5.99, that's the green one, OD. So they have different variations, $5.99. So I'm guessing that the one that is coming, so another variation, is going to be around the same price, $600. So no different. Now the Tominovsky, that's the company. The Pro Blaster, this is for what is that? Forgot, I just got it. Blade Runner. 2049, the new movie. That's another one. This piece is very cool, but they have produced many different versions of this. Now this one, if according to this, is last few available. I'll show you in the place. This is like what, $1,300 for this piece or something like that. Let me go to the website. Let's see if we can see it. Men in Black, Rambo, Resident Evil, Sleep Hollow. Man, this, it's not, maybe I'm just, oh, Blade Runner right there. Right there. You can see all the different variations. The stand is only $80, but look at this one. The Blade Runner 2019. This is the 2019. This is the Blade Runner 2049 Blaster. This is the one actually there. $999.95. Ooh. $1,000 for that one. But look at that. It's just very nice and very limited numbers. Very limited numbers. The same with this one. The 2019. That's 11. But this one, the one, I don't see it here. Maybe it's already sold out. I don't know. In any case, this one, when I checked earlier, this one, the Tominovsky, this one it was $1,200, and they only had made 300. That's all they have. So pretty cool for those that like. I have a couple of friends that love these props, and for prop collectors, this is definitely one of a kind. Very nice piece. They have done perfections to that. This is the Uss Nostromo. This is an alien ship. Very cool. I don't think there was a price for this, but people were looking for this one. It looks huge. There are a couple of things that I noticed that kind of like they need some work. Like this one, you can see this. I don't know if this antennas or this guns. I think the guns. Look at this one, it's bended. So I think it's just probably when they were setting it up. But this one is huge. This picture might not look it. I saw a video on YouTube. Somebody was just going around that. It was not talking about it, but it's huge. And I saw some pictures on the forums, but not really good pictures. But look at the detail. I would say that it's okay, but knowing the prices of Hollywood collectibles, I think this one is going to be up there in price as well. And it seems huge. It's gonna be probably around $1,000 to, I don't know, $1,500 perhaps, depending on how limited it is. It is a huge ship, and definitely you can see all that. I wouldn't go for that personally if I have the money, but you know, you have to respect people. This is the Colonial Marine dog tags. I saw that on the website. There's like $20 for those dog tags. I can make it myself. I can go to the flea market and get it someone else done to do it for less. But it is what it is. This is the Uss Sulaco. That's another ship. I don't know if I have the price for this one. Let me see if we can find it. Again, let's go to the alien stuff. They might not have it. Some stuff that they were showcasing there, I don't think they have it. No, not yet. Some of the stuff they were showcasing is still not out yet. So definitely, it's another one. It's going to be pricey as well. Look at that ship. I know a lot of people love this type of replicas. You know, there's a lot of collectors for miniature stuff and ships and stuff. I think this is one. They love this kind of stuff. And Hollywood does a lot of them too. Now, this is a line, the Ghostbusters line. They have the 1/4 scale Peter Beckman, and they have this one. They have actually exclusive versions. You can go to the website and get the exclusives. I think it has some switch out heads. This is Peter Beckman. I wouldn't say that I'm too crazy about this. The color or the paint job in this doesn't look as realistic. Now the pieces are not bad in price. They're $399.95 at the website, so it's $400 plus shipping. I have heard some people not really liking some of them. They are for sale. This is the variation. This is the exclusive. He has the switch out head. The other one is just like he's not smirking or smiling or having that showing his teeth. I have a friend that wasn't crazy about it. It looks fine. I do like the base with the symbol, the Ghostbuster symbol. This is the exclusive. It comes with that. I forgot the name of it. The trap. That's the exclusive part of it. Egon Spangler. Again, I don't like the picture. I don't like the paint job. It looks. I can tell you one thing. If I want to have something that looks realistic, I would go for the figures. I would go for Blitzway figures. I think those, and even the statue. I think Blitzway did some statues. I feel that they got it spot on. I think they have the likeness much better. This is not bad for the price. It is a good price for $100 for the statues. They're 1/4 scale, so it goes to 1/4 scale collectors. Here you got, this is, I like this expression actually. I do like this one with Ray and the regular. This is actually the exclusive. The regular is just the head. Let's go to, let's see if we can show it. No, I think I already passed it. Let me try. I just closed the page. Oh, silly me. All right. Yeah, right there. As you can see, this is the exclusive. And this is the switch out portrait, and this is the regular portrait. I like the regular. And let's see, we can see Ray. Let's go particularly to Ghostbusters section. Here you go. This is the regular. It's not bad actually. Of course, it looked great here. But unfortunately, well, it doesn't look bad. This one doesn't look bad at all. I think it's not bad. Ultimately, it depends on what you're trying to accomplish. And I think if you want to have a setup of the whole thing and a nice display, nice light up feature and all that stuff around, Winston right there, that's what you can see. The likeness is not up there. With the paint job, is not the greatest. I would say still good, paint better than I would be able to do. But I don't know. It does have some good things, and it is good. I'm not gonna deny it. Good lighting, it does work. They also had the alien big chap. Sorry, trying to mispronouncing words here. But this one is work in progress. This is going to be really pricey out there, crazy out there. These prices are really high for a lot of the things that they produce, but the props are great. That's something that you can say about Hollywood. It's a spectacle just to come to see the stuff they offer. They do offer a lot of stuff, different angles. It's just work in progress. And I think, let's see what else they got. The alien motion tracker. And this one, I was going through the website. This is $699. Ew. Not necessarily. I don't know. I know people love the stuff. Some people love the props and they love the replicas. And a lot of people, they get into all of that. But to me, it's like, is it worth that much? Would I pay that much money for that? I don't know. I'm not going to say that it's something wrong with that because everyone is different, but some of those replicas, man, are really expensive. But yeah, it's cool. It's cool if you're really into that kind of stuff. It just to me it seems like a more obscure. Then you got the Sunny Warrior, a fetish doll. I don't know who would collect such a thing, but that's an ugly thing. But whatever. The Halloween life-size bust, Michael Myers. Sorry, I was just having some issues with my tablet. Yeah, because I wasn't able to respond to people on the previous video. So so I'm trying to stay away from responding to people. Well, not necessarily in a way. I'm sorry. My apologies. I'm trying to stay on top of things, but also I want to be able to respond to people. So because I didn't do it, I missed it on the last video, and I do need another screen here. I need to go and get one, but for the time being, I'm using my tablet, and it's just giving me some weird stuff there, some weird stuff. But it looks good, I think. I wouldn't say I'm crazy about this kind of stuff. Jeeper Creepers, life-size Creeper bus. That looks interesting. The paint job there. I think the price. I don't know if they have the price. I think the price is to be disclosed. Interesting things for those that love that kind of stuff, and definitely Hollywood does that a lot. And then we're going back to this whole thing. So yeah, Hollywood is doing some cool stuff. Definitely. I wouldn't say that I'm, oh my God, they're so crazy about some of this stuff. But for those that like it, I think the props, I think that's what a lot of people love, and they're definitely they're doing it. They're pushing that kind of stuff, which is very nice. Now, going back to our list, of course, we already did Pop Culture Shop for those that are just coming in to watch the video. We talk about a lot of the stuff they're doing, and now Hollywood Collectibles. Now, CoolProps. CoolProps is a company. They are, if I'm not mistaken, they're from Japan. But they do a lot of stuff. They do it in America. They sell a lot of their products, through Sideshow. Sideshow is the one that distributes the products here. They do a lot of stuff, a lot of bus and a lot of stuff for Aliens and Terminator, stuff for Predator. So definitely very, very cool stuff. Let's see if we can find the page. And for whoever is coming, I would say thank you. Thank you for those that are watching. I see that there's some people watching already. Appreciate the time. So let's go back to the beginning and let's find some of the stuff for CoolProps. I saw them earlier. My apologies, I didn't actually read there. CoolProps, Aliens, and Predators, of course. Again, this was on the Sideshow booth. With Sideshow, not only they have Prime 1, but the only thing with Prime 1 is that they only have stuff that we have seen in previous cons, something that is already out for sale. There's something going on between Prime 1 and Sideshow right now. A lot of stuff. They're not really communicating well, I would say. So I think, parting ways. In my opinion, I don't know. I'm not so sure because I haven't really kept with it. But so they didn't have much stuff to showcase. And there also the other companies and other things that they were there, but I haven't seen the pictures, or I haven't seen a lot of pictures online. It's stuff like ECC. They always have the stuff from Pan's Labyrinth, so they have a lot of stuff for that. But look at this bus right there for CoolProps. This is an Alien versus Predator life-size bus. This at the website, at the Sideshow website, is $12.99, and it's on pre-order. It is huge. It's life size, of course. And I love the detail. I do love the detail on this bus more than the CoolProps than I do on the bus from Hollywood. I think that they're better. And this one right here is very menacing. It has a lot of parts on it. This is the Kagura Predator life-size bus. The Sideshow website is $16.99, which is pretty steep for that. Let me show you right here. I'm going to Sideshow website. Let's just put CoolProps. Let's see the stuff there. Here you can see they have the their stuff there. They're the ones distributing the stuff. So a lot of the stuff that you're seeing right now that we're seeing, it's there. You see the Scar Predator, $12.99. Wall Predator, there's a Kagura Predator life-size bust, $16.99. So as you can see right there, pricey. But man, that detail, the paint job is really, really good. That looks very realistic, very menacing. I know a lot of people love those things. And this is the Predator Hound Maquette. I don't know. It looks very cool, interesting for Predator fans. I think it has an interchangeable head, one with the closed mouth. Yeah, that's a change. It's early concept. It says to be disclosed. However, when I was going to the SciShow page, I see it. They do have it on pre-order. It's $15.99 for the maquette. So even though it says to be disclosed or it's a prototype, it's prototype shown, of course, it's already on pre-order. And support is coming out September or November 2020. So they shown this ahead of time. Interesting. Now, of course, this is the alien stuff. I don't know exactly which is this one right here, but they have more alien stuff that they have at the SciShow website for sale, if I'm not mistaken. Let me see if I can find the price because I wasn't sure. I think the Xenomorph life-size head, $1,200. I think the one there, that one is the Alien New Warrior life-size. That's the one. It's $1,400. Ooh. Man. I can tell you one thing. I don't understand why is it that alien stuff is always so expensive. You know, to me it's like, I know that there's a lot of fans of alien stuff, and there are fans out there that really like their stuff, but I just don't see it. I don't know. It's just me. I like the movies, but that's about it. You know, I like some of the designs, but I don't understand why the things have to be so pricey. Not denying that these are great. This Alien Warriors to be disclosed to Maquette, so they don't have a price yet. Showcasing it right there. I look at this line. It looks great. So it is a great job. I'm not denying it. It is a fantastic job. And there is an appeal to it. Look at that. It's huge. But not necessarily I would say that that would be something that I personally would put money on. But I respect those that do. And definitely this is cool. And definitely this is something that if you have a museum and you have this kind of props, it should go in a museum. So I'm sure that a lot of this stuff goes to museums around the world. But look at that. They did such a fantastic, the color on the skin. It looks so natural. It looks very natural. Definitely very cool. So we went back to that. So definitely CoolProps. Really doing the stuff, I would say. I don't know. It's amazing to see what these companies are trying to do and are doing, which is always really amazing. It amazes me to see that the companies are really pushing their stuff, and they're doing fantastic stuff. You know, like nowadays, what we get to see nowadays in comparison to what we saw years ago, it's totally different. And I don't know. It amazes me to see that. It amazes me to see how far we have come. And these companies have come to get to see these things that are so almost realistic, like you can feel them and touch them and know, to see them just like there face to face. It's amazing. You know, as a person now in my 40s, I definitely feel like, man, like a child again every time. So that's the appeal of going to the cons. I was talking on my podcast where I feel that sometimes cons can be tough places to be because there's so much crowd and all that. But if you go rested, if you go with the idea to know that it's going to be a tough place and you're going to be hungry, it's going to sometimes to be hot because you have to leave the convention center. You have to find a place to eat. You have to find a place to stay, place to rest, all of that kind of thing. But just to be there and look at all this stuff, of course, is always one of the coolest things to do there. So in this moment, let's just move on to another company. Let's go to Blitzway, because Blitzway also at the SciShow booth, they also showcase a lot of stuff as usual, and definitely great stuff. I love what Blitzway does. Not only with their figures, because I know a lot of people love their figures, but I love their statues. To me, they are the most realistic statues that you can, out there. They're super, super realistic. And I don't think, and not only that, they combine PVC with polystone. They make this combination of things that make amazing stuff. Blitzway is a Korean company, but they're fantastic, and definitely they have a really great masters. And the expressions, the faces, they are so realistic. Now let me show you this. This is going back to Toy Art, going to the Blitzway section. This is the figure. It's a 1/6 scale figure from El Zorro. And this is El Zorro. This is actually Antonio Banderas, El Zorro. I'm saying it right now. Well, looks very cool. I love these figures. Blitzway makes some great 1/6 scale figures. So those I love those type of things that I can't put this. Blitzway, in my opinion, has more likeness than Hot Toys. I think they're up there. Unfortunately, of course, Hot Toys has a higher range of products, while Blitzway is more limited, but they do fantastic pieces. Look at this one. Look at this one. This one looks really neat. All that color, the clothes looks great. Look at this interchangeable head. Very cool. The likeness right there. It does look great. Let me get something to drink. Look at that one. I like that picture. Great face. Nice angles. And this is another one people are very happy with and people are excited. This is Jimi Hendrix. Now, I forgot El Zorro. That one is priced $279, which is not a bad price for one of these figures. And this is, of course, Jimi Hendrix. And people are happy with this one. This one comes with, the microphone, the guitar, the clothes. The likeness is spot on. The different hands. It looks good. Look at that. It looks like a statue. And it's just an action figure. A 1/6 scale action figure. I know a lot of people, a lot of the statue collectors, they hate, or they have this thing against action figures. They call them toys or whatever. Doesn't matter. They're collectibles, just like statues. And they have more points of articulation, so you can pose them even more. And this is the one that I think everybody's excited. I am excited. It really looks neat. And I saw some videos, and it looks super cool. And this is the Billy and Ted set. It's a whole set. I don't know how much it's going to be, but I'm telling you, it's not going to be cheap. The whole thing is going to be pricey up there. Because look at this. Have all these parts, even this camera. It is a live camera. Actually, you can see through the camera. It's live. It's filming. I don't know how they managed to do that, but that's super cool. There's a tiny little camera in there. But look at that. Man, he looks great. Even the face, this portrait, whoever did this did a phenomenal job. The clothes look, raggedy and all like in the movies. But nice. Look at that. Look at Ted. Keanu Reeves, a young Keanu Reeves. It looks just spot on. To be this close, it says right there, Blitzway 1/6 scale figure set. Even the phone right there. The backpack, the guitar, the camera, all of this. It's not going to be cheap. But man, if you're into this, even though I might not be into this kind of stuff, just for the heck of it, I definitely will love to have something like this. Just because he looks cool. Look at that. Bill and Ted, excellent adventure. Man. The phone, the camera, all of that. I don't know, man. Who comes up with these things? Now, this is the Get a Robo figures. This is for the manga, the anime, but it started as a manga. And those are figures that they're producing. I think they have articulation. I don't see a lot of stuff of that on the website. I went to Blitzway. In this case, right now with Blitzway, the stuff that you get is through Sideshow. Let's see if we can. Sorry, I just spilled something here. Let me bring it back. Just a moment. All right. Thank you for your patience and for your kindness. I knew, for some reason, I knew that this will happen at some point, making a live video. I just knew it. That clumsy, but it's just I get so excited, you know. I have all stuff going on here and this on the desk, and it just, I don't know, it's fun. And I knew that I shouldn't just get a glass. I should get something different, you know, that I don't have to spill. But whatever. It didn't wet a lot of stuff, but I was, you know, a little afraid that it will just damage my computer, which it could do. But thankfully my computer right now is on a riser on the fan. I have a laptop, and of course that it's that thing that saved it to get all wet, because that would be a big problem. That will mean that I will have to finish this. All right, where were we? Okay, so we go to Sideshow and we're looking for Blitzway. I don't think a lot of stuff is on the website yet. They were showcasing some stuff. Yeah, there's nothing there yet. Yeah, they got the Vito Corleone statue, but they don't have much stuff with Blitzway. Okay. All right, let's go back to it. So I don't know. I didn't know much about these figures. I don't know how much they cost. I don't know if they're just showcasing it. Probably they're showcasing it for the first time. There will be probably a Sideshow at some point. Actually, no. Here you have the prices. The Get a Rub. They got a Get a Rub Armageddon. $311. $255. I can see that. Black Getter. Getter 1. When is shipping? It says shipping July. So it's already out. Maybe it's in a different way. Let me reword that. Let me just use a word. No, they don't have it. So I don't know how they're doing it. But this is the thing. To me, this piece right here is the thing that I really like about the con. I really like about what they brought. From everything they did, I like the action figures. The action figures are phenomenal. But this figure, the Astroboy exclusive version, they have the regular, the one you see right here. That's the regular, just a basic, you know, Astroboy. You know, I grew up as a child, you know, watching Astroboy. So who, you know, have fun memories of Astroboy? Who doesn't at my age? But this is the exclusive. All these parts with all this, where you can change the part, you can open it, and you can see the interior, and you can put it there. I think you can probably do the same thing with this one, but with this one, you have the extra parts. So I don't know how much this is going to cost, but it's to be disclosed. But this is probably the highlight. Look at the eyes. Look at the light up features. This is nice. It's an interior closer picture. You can see the heart. Man, this is cool. This is super, super cool. They did a phenomenal job with this. I'm sorry, but this is awesome. I love statues, but action figures can be super cool, and this is one of those. You know, the extra parts, you can put the parts, the hands. Well, you can hang all these parts and you then add them up. Here you have the boots, and of course the hands. You have different type of hands, open, close, arms, and then you have the figure of Astroboy, just the basic. That looks neat, but man, the other one is better. And this is from I always forget her name. This is from, you know, Game of Thrones. You know, this is Daenerys. This is Emilia Clarke. Emilia Clarke from Game of Thrones. Look at that piece, man. It's huge. Some people were complaining about the face, but to me, this is a younger version of a younger Emilia Clarke. To me, it looks fine. It does look fine. Maybe the picture. Some people are saying that actually it looks better in person. You know how it is with pictures. When you take use a camera, sometimes things don't look. Even people, sometimes they gain weight, they lose weight. It depends on the camera, on the lens. I think this is the case, but this is great. And I can tell you one thing: when they do this stuff, and probably they can tweak things around. The Marilyn Monroe figure was phenomenal from this company, from Blitzway. And I think this is going to be another one. It looks fantastic. Look at everything. The clothing. Oh, even the chair, the dragons. I'm not a big fan of the show. I barely watch it. I've watched a few episodes and I never really got into it. Some people always say, I have a friend that tell me you need to watch it from beginning to end and all that, and I don't know, it's not my thing. But this statue looks fantastic. This picture here looks great. She looks great. Look at the eyes. That's her. That's Emilia Clarke, probably a few years younger. But of course, the show's been there for a couple of years, so definitely it's good. Look at the lighting. Look at the chair, like the leather. This is just, of course, sculpted, but man, it looks like real leather. And whoever did the weathering and the paint job, they did a fantastic job. This is a great piece. Look at this dragon. He looks very menacing. Looks like a lizard. This one right here. Man, that looks cool. Even this guy's hat is approving right now. That looks cool. That looks menacing. That's a really nice. And this is another one. I think this is coming later this year. This is Bruce Lee. Blitzway does the best Bruce Lee statues ever. Some of those statues are up there. I know some of them that were up there even for Statue of the Year when we were doing the Statue Forum Awards. But this one right here. Look at that. Man, that likeness is just spot on. If you're going to go for Bruce Lee, I can tell you one thing. There's many companies that do Bruce Lee, but you want the best Bruce Lee, they go to Blitzway. And they always, every year, they have a different version. Somebody fought a bombing back there. It's always someone. And here you got Vito Corleone, the Godfather. All tailor suit, all that stuff. This is the one that it's at Sideshow. I think the price is what? Let me see if I can see it. It's $4.99. Bruce Lee is also $4.99. $500, I think, well invested for great pieces. And this is something that they are doing on their own. They're actually in partnership with Behead Works, who is a Korean artist that does a lot of apocalyptic designs. He creates his own art. And all these figures, they're based on his art. He does a lot of that. Kind of like a punk art, like cyberpunk things and stuff, like more post-apocalyptic, desert punk style thing. They're $2.99 figures. They say, I'm looking at going to the website, the bases are polystone, but these are figures with a lot of different pieces for $300 for a lot of stuff. And very well decorated. Very cool pieces for those that love that kind of stuff. I don't know. You can see the detail. Look at that. Hunters. It is the Hunters Day after World War III. That's pretty much the line. Kind of like what Jet Giant was doing with their own line. You know, they have their own line. The same with Sideshow, the Court of the Dead. Those are their own lines. They had nothing to do with comics or anything. People just creating stuff. This is sold out. It was $300. This one is probably the best in the whole line. Very nice figure. So much parts in it. You can actually put the mask on. This is the boy. Let me see if I can find it here. I think I saw it at Sideshow. It's giving me something different. Yeah, I saw that. They didn't have it. Probably it's already sold out. Yeah, I saw something before. I think it's going to be a Pandora box right here. Nope. Forget it. I saw it before. Look at that. Definitely great detail in this figure. It is a figure. They look like statues, but they're figures. Hunters Day after World War III. And this is something that it was kind of neat. I really like this. This is at 1/12 scale, so they're very tiny pieces, which is not bad. And this is Inspector Gadget collection. And they don't have a price yet. But man, you can see the umbrella. You can see the Inspector Gadget. What's her name again? Penny. I forgot the name of the dog, of course. What was that? His boss. I haven't watched that. I watched it like probably a couple of years ago. I watched it again. A few episodes. It looks cool. I remember growing up, I watched a lot of Inspector Gadget. It was my favorite. And when I watched a few years ago, I started watching some of the episodes. I found it very funny, quirky, and childish. And I didn't finish watching it because of that. Because, just kid stuff. But, man, me and my brother, we love Inspector Gadget. We watch a lot. So definitely Blitzway. I'm telling you one thing. It's been doing really great. They're doing fantastic with the stuff they're producing. I don't know. If you want great statues that complement, they have pretty much they're hybrids between PVC and polystone with a lot of detail, a very good likeness. Then you have to go with them. They're really fantastic. Their Bruce Lees are the best. The Vito Corleone, you saw it, is nice looking, nice base, tailor suit, all that. I do like in this case the Game of Thrones statue. It looks great. It's huge. It's big, and I like it. She looks great. I think that she looks like Emilia Clarke, or the figure looks like Emilia Clarke, and definitely it's something that we need to. If you're a fan of that, if you're a fan of the show, definitely it's a must-have, as a centerpiece. Now, of course, we're going into the last one of the night. We're going to talk about Chronicle Collectibles. Great company. It's been I've seen some stuff going on Facebook where people are saying bad things about a company, whatever. It's always going to be drama, and sometimes that drama is expanded or extended by other people kind of telling this and that. But Chronicle, small company, they're pushing their stuff, they're doing stuff, they have produced some great stuff. And in my experience, where I've seen from them, they are a company that stands behind what they do. And I don't see that they're trying to, rob people. I might be wrong, I might be, I'm not there, I'm not the one. But of course, like everything, again, it's going back to the same thing with the pop culture shock. A lot of the times with these companies, it takes time for them to really get the stuff out. It takes time. It's particularly with smaller companies. Like they don't have the same resources as big companies, so they have to find ways to really produce a lot of stuff. Now let's go in this case to the pages, and we can see some of the pictures. I'm gonna show you right here. They have different things. They have a couple props. They've been doing some partnerships with GameStop, and also with Bethesda. They're doing some stuff for Fallout, and some of this stuff is very cheap. Find it at GameStop. You can also find it at their website. But this is, for example, this is the plasma rifle. It's only $71.99, and a lot of the prices are they lower the prices for the con, so it's a little more expensive normally. But it's going down. It's $71.99 for this rifle. I think you can find it at GameStop, but you can also go to their website. And we're going to go on the website in a moment. You got the plasma pistol. That is right now $35.99. It's a good price. It has LEDs, so all these lights, if you're into that kind of stuff. This is the duck meat statue. It's a 1/6 scale. It has interchangeable heads. This is just plastic, and this is the thing with these guns. These are plastic. So that's the reason why of the price. So you compare the stuff what we saw with Hollywood. Where you're looking at a gun that costs you $600. So here they cut the cost by not producing metals or those type of hard materials. They use plastic. But they look great, particularly for those that love, cosplaying and stuff like that. It plays with that. So it is a very affordable. And this is the Atlas. I think it's one of the figures in the game. I really don't play Fallout, so kick me. Or this is the Atomic Atlas. This is $47.99. Also same materials at the website. You can see it like that. Interesting for those that are big fans. A lot of gamers out there that love this stuff and love these games. And this is the Liberty Prime, $59.99. Also, the materials is kind of like plastic, but man, it looks great for being plastic. I think it's a good size. It looks neat. You can see in the background it's a EFX Collectibles. I didn't check them yet, but look at that. It really looks neat, I think, and of course the lighting. What I really love about Chronicles, and this is the one, in this case the USS Enterprise, the NC, the 1701D, which is actually of the Star Trek: The Next Generation. This was on display, huge replica. Well, not call it replica, it's a ship. Very nice with light up features, but this one is pricey. This is right now. If you go to the website, now we're going to go to the website. Right here, you can see Chronicles. I'll show you the prices. That one, super expensive. Right there. Normally it's $2,000. Right now, because of the convention, it's like they took $300 out. And now, actually, because it's on pre-order, if you already pre-ordered this, they'll give you the $300 back. So you get a refundable. You get refunded, I'm sorry, for those $300 because they lower the price. Which is, it's kind of neat that they did that. But let's go back to the pictures at the con. The light up features are amazing. I do like the light up features. Do like all the little lights there. And all the different type of lights. As a kid, I watched the Star Trek, like most kids. Loved the show as a kid. My father loved the show. I think that was one of his favorite shows. But my Star Trek, or the one that I really felt more attached to, was the later one, The Next Generation. It was a little older. Came out 1987? That's when he came out. 1986, 1987. I might be wrong. Somewhere around there. 1987. Go back to this one. So definitely, I watched that. I remember that more fondly, I would say, perhaps, than I do the other one. I was already a bit older in age, but definitely have memories watching it. Now, also Chronicles have this figure. This is pending approval. This is for Conan. Very nice. I like the figure. The likeness is spot on. I love the paint job that they did on this figure. Looks very good. Of course, this is professionally done. It's a prototype, but this prototype looks nice. Look at that. Really like the figure. So you're into the figures. Let me drink another sip of water, liquid. This is actually not water. This is flavored water. Pretty good one, actually. Trying to stay away from soda, but this is close to it. Kind of keeps me the same. Like everything. I think it's pretty cool. Man, action figures have come a long, long way. And definitely love the work with the pants, the leather and the pants, all of that. The fur right there. And this is from Jurassic Park. Let me see if I have the prices. I think I got it. No, well, there's no prices yet. This is Alan Grant from Jurassic Park. Look at this. The clothes, the hat, all this. You can take the hat off. Definitely 1.6. And the Velociraptor right there, also 1.6. I don't know if this is going to be sold as a package or they're going to be separate. But man, I like these figures. You can even see the watch. This is good work right here. This was showcased before, if I'm not mistaken, but I don't think they went too far with it. I think 2 years ago at the con, but they're still pushing it, and very, very good. I love this figure. I don't know I think probably the mouth can open and all that stuff. Really nice. I think they're gonna be separate, probably. Now this is another cool one. This is, I'm trying to remember because I forget. This is the, what is that? The Dilophosaurus. This is exclusive actually because he has the interchangeable heads. Look at this. This is very nice. Even the canister right there, the little can of the Barbasol, the shaving cream. They have all of that there. Very cool. This actually changes. Let me see if we can go to Chronicles page. Going to their website. You can see the prices, some of the stuff. This is the cryo can. They had it there also. $200 for that and a Barbasol. I can do better. I can make this and I can go and get me a Barbasol can for like a couple of dollars over there at this store. But hey, whatever. This one, Dilophosaurus, that's $8.99. Ooh, steep price. Look at that one. This is just like that. The price, changeable, and of course you can change it. Kind of looks neat. So that's what they do. I know a lot of fans of this. We saw, what was that? We saw What's the other company that's doing that? It's Iron Studios. I think it was Iron Studios. Yeah, Iron Studios. We saw the stuff that they're producing, and they're making great dioramas and great stuff for Jurassic Park. And Chronicles also is doing it, so definitely for fans of this collections, you keep adding. And they have done all this stuff. So they're still on sale on pre-order at Sideshow. If you go to Sideshow website, you can put Chronicle Collectibles, Collectibles. Because a lot of stuff is done through them. They got all of this stuff here as there as well. You can see this one still on pre-order, the Rotunda Rex, $13.49. There's a lot of fans of this kind of stuff. You can see the different pieces. They also have the Dilophosaurus there on pre-order, $8.99. It's super, super cute. Really cool. Like the paint job. The color is done. The color scheme as well. It looks very realistic. And like the little can from Pirate Soul. Now, this is the one that is being catching people's attention. And this is, what is it? The Monosaurus diorama. Very nice. It's huge. They came out on the, what was that? Jurassic World, the last Jurassic Park movie. And there are two kinds. There's one, the regular comes with a little shark. Not little shark, it's a real shark, white shark. Huge shark. And in this case, exclusive has the little, of course, this little submarine thing. Very huge. Nice piece. They don't have much pictures. Only have a few. I like this picture though. But let's go back. Let's see. We can go and look at it at the Chronicles website. Right there. It's on pre-order. $8.99. It's $900. Either or. You can find it there. You can see the shark figure there. They don't have the greatest pictures showcasing here. You can see that. Let's do it at the Sideshow. Sideshow has, I think, better pictures. Look at the image. Nice there. Definitely a lot of people are going to, a lot of Jurassic Park fans are going to get this one for sure. Really like that one. Cool. And what I like about the whole technique they use, of course, they sit in the whole piece onto this rocks. Look at this shard. They're holding it with some, I don't know, metal things. Very cool. That's the shark right there. Metal rods. You can see that. I think. Or they might be just plastic. I don't know. Translucent plastic, perhaps. Clear plastic. Really, really cool. Definitely great. Interesting. I really like what they're doing there. And this is something that is really, for fans of the real Ghostbusters. I'm a fan of the real Ghostbusters. Grew up watching this show. It's one of my favorite shows. Perhaps my favorite show as a kid. My mother didn't like it much because it had ghosts and things like that. It was a bit more mature for that time, but I loved it. And you can buy them separate. They're not really bad. The price is pretty decent. Like, you can go to the website and you got the complete set for $5.99, which is $600 for the whole thing. You got the 4 members of the Ghostbusters and Slimer. Or you can buy them separately. Each one is $150, which is really cute. It's a good price. And these are 1/6 scale pieces. 1/6 scale, which for $150, it's not a bad price. Look at that. And they have this, showcase this. It's a statue, you can see everything's a bit harder, it's not a real vehicle, but I mean, that's cool. There's no price yet. They're showcasing it with it. I don't know if it's going to go out for sale or not. I'm sure it will eventually. For a full display, looks like the cartoon, which is nice. But I like this. It looked great. I think they did a good job. I like the Slimer. The Slimer looks fantastic. Now, the face expression with Ray, it's all right. Feel like a little dorky there. Peter looks like usual, troublemaker. Winston looks great. He looks like a dork, maybe because he is. And of course Winston. And I don't know, they did a good job. You can get the Diamond Select figures, but if you're into the statues and you want statues, definitely this Slimer is nice. That's a nice Slimer. Pretty cool. I love the expression. That's pretty neat. And of course we went out of that. And I can see right now some people are watching. Thank you very much for those that are spending the time watching the videos. I really appreciate it. For those that are watching, and for those that are going to watch later on, definitely there's a lot of good stuff here. Most of the time when you go to in this case this conventions, most people are always circulating around. The big companies, they're always doing it, which is understandable. Like Sideshow, it's always exciting to see Sideshow stuff. It's always exciting to see all these big things. But there are a lot of companies out there. Companies are also creating good stuff that can complement your collection, whether it's a 1/4 scale, whether it's 1/6 scale, whether it's action figures, props. There's a lot of stuff to get into it, because sometimes I feel like people are saying, I hear all the time, it's like this is dying out, everything's getting expensive. Yes, it's getting expensive, but sometimes there are other things out there besides that. And something that I normally recommend people is when you feel like you're burning out, burned down of the same thing because you're going through the same thing and the motion, it seems that nothing is going up. Sometimes it's better to change things a bit and maybe start something new. And sometimes it's all about getting rid of what you have and start a new collection. Try something different. If you are tired of the superhero stuff or the Marvel stuff, then try DC. If you're tired of DC or Marvel superhero stuff, then try, Weta stuff, for example, which is fantastic with the Lord of the Rings. Or go and try Iron Studio stuff, or try Jurassic Park stuff. And there are other things to do. There's always something for everyone. And of course, everyone is different. I'm the type of person that I can just change the page, turn the page, and move on into something different. Other people they have a hard time doing that. Everyone is different. But always trying to find that right balance in what you do. And, you keep the life fresh. It's kind of like, keeping your marriage fresh by doing things differently. Sometimes, you have to do the same thing with collectibles. You have to do things differently. And be open to other things. So the con is a place also where you can see not only the big companies, they're always producing the same things, but also you can get to see other people producing some other stuff and adding some new things and new ideas and value to the collectible world. But that's just my opinion. I just want to leave it to you right there. I want to say thank you to everyone that really watched this video. We talk about, again, pop culture shock. For those that probably are coming in now, Hollywood Collectible Group, CoolProps, Blitzway, Chronicle Collectibles. Stay tuned tomorrow at noon. Again, we're coming back. We're going to do another one. We're going to concentrate on my favorite scale, which is the 1/6 scale. So we're going to talk about probably Kotobukiya. We're going to talk about Diamond Select with Gentle Giant. We'll talk about Twitterhead. We'll talk about DC Collectibles. And perhaps we can do Mondo. I don't know. We'll see. But those are I want to concentrate tomorrow at noon. And then we'll have another video at 9 again tomorrow, Eastern Standard Time. We concentrate with other companies. And that's what we're going to do tomorrow. And then on Sunday, I probably will do another one. I don't know exactly what time. I don't know if I want to do it at 9. Probably I'll do it at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, when we'll concentrate on some other things, perhaps in action figures or more toys. So I want to get all the statues and all the companies and all this more high-end collectibles first before we get into the smaller stuff that also it's nice, and there's a lot of companies producing really, really cool stuff. So once again, thanks for watching. Thanks for following, and for... please leave a comment. Let me know how you feel about it. Let me know your opinion. This is going to be uploaded into the channel, so later on, for whoever watches later, let me know how you feel about these companies, anything that you like from these companies, or anything that you dislike. What is it that you don't like about them? And I would like to hear it. So once again, God bless, my friends, and have a good night. I'll talk to you again tomorrow. Bye-bye.